Is there a connection between the Chinese virus and the Chinese influence in the Democratic Party?
I think China does have a lot of influence in our government. Well, they've actually said they've had influence in our government.
They brag about
They
it.
brag about it, yeah. And I don't think it's just the Democrat side. I think it's the Republican side too. China's a big problem, and unfortunately, most of America doesn't realize that. They don't see that. Part of that problem could be because of the media. The media makes money from China too. So,
You mean Google?
Google, well, big tech, Google. There's also, I believe they're highly invested into Hollywood too. So, I mean, money from China is all over. So,
Do the Democrats care about delivering to China a totalitarian America?
I think so. I think there's limits to probably what they can and can't do. But as we're seeing the last 4 years, the people in this country will believe anything, as long as someone from CNN is saying it. Or I think they could go a lot further than. I mean, they just pretty much. I mean, in my opinion, they stole an election right from out all of America, and most of America doesn't know it. So I think they could do a lot of things if they really wanted to. And it's pretty dangerous. It's weird times we live in.
Is that what they're trying to cover up?
The election? Oh yeah. I think they pretty much accomplished that. I mean, Joe Biden's about to get into office here January 20th. I think they've accomplished a ton of it. They stalled Trump with this Russian collusion thing for 2 years. Then after that, there was the fake impeachment over Ukraine and some phone call. And then after that, then we had the COVID and the lockdowns, which has been a waste of time. And then we had the BLM riots, which were supposedly peaceful. If you look at all the propaganda we've seen in the last 4 years, it's amazing what these people can do and how they can make the country accept everything that they want and do.
What about vilifying, the media that is, vilifying non-liberals or any dissent from the liberal party line?
That's part of their plan too, and as you can see, I was just talking about that today. I guess that's what they did to the Tea Party too. The Tea Party had a big movement, and they called them all racist and bigots and stuff like that. And that for a large time, it worked. It worked, and I think that they're doing that to the MAGA movement too. But it's now they've got this idea that they're going to call everybody terrorists. So it's a lot more intense for the MAGA movement.
What do you think was more of an insurrection? The steal of the election or the march on the Capitol building?
Yeah, definitely the stolen election. If you look at a lot of the videos of the Capitol, it's just they're just walking around, and you got the crazy guy with the horns. And I met the crazy guy with the horns. I actually interviewed him in August.
Is he left or right?
He's a Q, Save the Children kind of guy. That was my first time getting into that. He was a big Q, Save the Children guy, and that was pretty amazing to see. He's definitely a Trump supporter, but he's a harmless guy. He believes some different kind of stuff with Q, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can believe whatever you want. But they turn him, and now he's in federal or prison, and they're trying to make him out to be some kind of Osama bin Laden guy. So, yeah.
Being a Trump supporter isn't bad enough?
Yeah, they're trying to make being a Trump supporter worse than being Al-Qaeda. So.